Yeah, I know, this has a bit of a clickbaity title, but I promise there's a point to it. Back in 2018, I wrote a blog post called The Definitive Mac Pro Upgrade Guide, which was a way for me to catalog the upgrade paths for the classic Mac Pros. I never intended it to become what it was, but life is weird and sometimes you end up writing 100,000 words on Mac Pros. When COVID hit, I was bored just like everyone else, so I expanded the Definitive Mac Pro Upgrade Guide into video. Then several months later, I shortened it to Definitive Mac Upgrade Guide. And that's where my channel name comes from. I don't particularly love it, but it made sense up until now. As of June 19th, 2023, Apple has finally transitioned its Mac Pro to Apple Silicon, and it was an utter disappointment. But I'm not here to rehash this as I've already made a video about it. The short answer is that Macs are no longer upgradable. You can expand them, and this distinction was made by Luke Miani, but upgrade them? No. I really don't want to be this one-note guy who constantly complains about Apple for their lack of right to repair, but this point was driven home pretty harshly recently when I dealt with Apple firsthand, involving my supposedly modular Mac Pro 2019. That's going to be a video on its own, because I don't want to derail this one. I do have a hunch, though, people will find it very interesting. I've been stuck with a name that I never really cared for, and worse, you can't even really make upgrade guides for modern Apple products. I don't really have a better name, so for the next few months, I guess I'll just stick with Definitive Mac Upgrade Guide, and I'll probably transition to the placeholder name of DMUG in January, as that'll be my 3rd anniversary on YouTube. It's funny how naive I was less than 2 years ago, back when I started this YouTube channel, because the Mac Pro 2019 made me think, man, Apple really dumped a lot of resources trying to make a upgradable Mac. But here we are today. I'm not sure what I really want to call a channel that's primarily Mac focused, but also deviates into other tech. Bear with me for 1 second because I want to workshop this. When coming up with a name, it should be personal, right? My girlfriend's previous dog was a yellow Labrador Retriever, but yellow lab doesn't really quite ring right. Labrador Retrievers are often called labs, so let's go with just labs because, that's like science. The next part is we need a second part, but it can't just be lab, so we need to give it a laboratory name. Apple products are known for their style, so we need something that means flashily attractive. Let's search that and, ooh, snazzy, there we go. My channel name is now going to be Snazzy Labs. So from here on out, I will be known as Snazzy Labs. Oh, 1 sec, I better Google this. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me, that nerd has it? Alright, let's try this again. How about something like, this does not compute? Of course that's taken. I know, how about something that's a little more left field like Jesse's Flying or Action Retro? I think either of those could work. But jokes aside, I am open to suggestions. And for my final bit of news, I'm starting a Patreon. I've so far declined all sponsorships or paid content, and almost all my videos lack mid-roll ads, and I've eschewed branding in my videos, and I've never once uttered the words like and subscribe until now, and hopefully will never again. But as a hobby, YouTube loses me money, and a hobby it shall remain, because I am not interested in working out brand deals with companies that I personally would never touch their products. I don't really have much to offer other than music and assets I've created for my YouTube channel, so others can use those in their projects, and I plan to post some bonus material there as well. For example, in this video, you notice that there is a waterfall background. I shot this and made it a looping video. I've made this particular video free to download for anyone, so you don't even need to subscribe. Just go to my Patreon and you can download this video asset and also every single default macOS wallpaper in 5K. My plan is going forward that I will continue to post some stuff for free. That way when I plug my Patreon, regardless if you support me or not, it won't be as annoying. And of course, said money would be used to buy things like hardware that I could make content about. I don't expect anything from my audience, nor should I. But if you feel so inclined to support me, I'd appreciate that. And this feels a lot less gross than selling people VPN ads.